for over the last week or two, we've been advertising what was described on the screenshot as a dissident meetup for the Southwest. Tell us about it.
It was a really good event. It was the tax rebellion. It was about looking at ways that we can resist financing this takeover, this corporate takeover that we appear to be financing through our council tax. And it's interesting because there were many different views on how to go about this. And what my takeaway was that we have to somehow bring it all together and find the best way, because there's different people. There's the Sovereign Project, there's the Anna von Rice lot, I think it's the Community Assemblies of the British Isles, and then we had Chris Coverdale, who's amazing, and David Leahy, who seemed to have got a kind of a thing together to address the non-payment of council tax, or at least withholding it, keeping it in escrow perhaps, but challenging it, saying, look, we don't know where our money is going. At the moment, only 30% of our council tax actually goes to the services that we receive. The rest of it goes into central government, and we don't know what they do with. Well, we do know what they do with it, but we're not given the choice of where we spend our money, and we're financing illegal wars. We're financing all sorts of stuff that we should not be financing, and we don't want to finance. So this is the thing, is bringing people together and getting all the ideas, and that's what the event was about. And it was very well attended. We had lots of people there, and we had Glyn from the Concerned Citizens Advisory Assembly with Catherine Armitage there, and they were sort of putting together another event that I've worked on them with, which is on May the 5th and 6th. It's an online event. We will be obviously promoting it on the UK column, because people can vote. People can vote about climate change, and we're trying to get something together that will actually challenge the whole thing about paying our council tax, towards all the stuff that's going on with climate change. So we had David Leahy. We had a wonderful panel with myself, Chris Coverdale, and David Leahy. David Leahy is a retired policeman of 22 years with a law degree, and he's been taking Lloyds Bank to task, and it's taken him over a decade to do so, but he's nearly there. It's a really interesting thing that he's doing, challenging the validity of some of these banks. And Chris Coverdale, was fantastic. He really is. He's been doing so much. Yeah, we've got a picture here of Glyn Owen and Catherine Armitage from the Citizens Advisory Assembly, and they're doing fantastic work, and I'm working quite closely with them as well. I talked about devolution and what's going on with the corporate land grab, but what my biggest takeaway was that we really have to come together and find solutions. And it was a great day for networking and really getting to grips with how we as people can challenge things, and we can. We just need to have the backup and do it en masse, and that's what we need to achieve. Because if we don't, we're just financing so much stuff that we don't want, and we have no reason to be financing illegal wars. We don't want this. We don't want where our money is going. We don't want it to be going into these things. And next week, what's good is I was approached by a wonderful man called Nigel. I'll just call him Nigel, and he gave me some more information that really goes deeper into my research into the infiltration of extremist groups into English charities that are subverting the British democratic process, infiltration into the National Trust, the Royal Society of Protection of Birds. I think the WWF has already been infiltrated for a long time, but it's ramping up with the People's Plan for Nature and the Living Planet Act that I spoke about earlier. So it's very important for us to get together at these events to share this information. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. Yes, indeed. We'll talk more about that in Extra. I think the WWF was never infiltrated. It began as a pre-infiltrated organization. So it was set up by the Duke of Edinburgh in the first place, and was absolutely 100% on this agenda from the start. So the infiltration wasn't required in that case. Well, look, we are out of time for today. We will be back in a few minutes if you're a UK Column member on the for the Extra program. If you are not a UK Column member, then please consider joining us for News Extra every day that we do a news program. Otherwise, don't forget the interview tomorrow at 1 p.m. We will be back as usual on Friday, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.